Thank you very much. I would like to first thank you, Eric and Chris, certainly for having facilitated this workshop. Indeed, funny to realize how I liken this course to like defensive driving, where probably initially you need to be a driver for you to go for defensive driving, but you say to yourself when you're invited for defensive driving course, you say, is it important? Because after all, I've been driving for numerous years. But when you actually get to the class, you realize, a lot of mistakes you were making. And I liken this kind of thing to the course, project managed course we have just been having. So myself, I'm Foster from International in Zimbabwe. I'm managing the Orphans and Vulnerable Children project. And like I said, likening it to project defensive driving, I thought I was doing very, very well, and I think I have registered a lot of successes. But when I came here, I realized that I did not know quite a number of things. But initially I thought I knew everything in terms of management, because it's not my first time to manage this project. I had managed projects before. But now I realize that indeed we need to do certain things differently. In any case, I'll give a number of examples to indicate the areas that I think are of much importance. For instance, the first thing is the issue of getting the details. We used to do it more general. The kind of approach that we take was more general. But now, when you are actually looking at the designing phase of projects, to say when you're designing, everything should be included there. But initially, we were just scratching on the surface to say this is what we will do, and we will do it maybe in 3 weeks. But then we realized that as you then move about in terms of trying to monitor the progress, you wouldn't know whether we are still on schedule or not, because you have said to yourself it's 2 weeks. And some of the things in terms of budgeting, the issues that we have learned here, we really learned the specifics. For instance, I'll give an example of an aspect of human resources. We would say, fine, we would hire staff. And end there. When do you hire staff? Which date? How many do you hire? Do you need this the staff members for the duration of the period? Unnecessary wasting of company resources come as a result. But now with this particular kind of course we have attended, I think now our kind of inspect mine, and on behalf of colleagues, because I've also been discussing with colleagues and we're talking how important how the course is, we will realize that number one, in terms of planning, we are going to be sharp. In terms of monitoring how we are doing, it's going to improve. And lastly, the issues to do with even the evaluation of this project we are implementing will certainly improve, and much more. The project closure issues is something that we never really took seriously. We just said, well, we know someday the project will close. But how do you prepare for the closure? It's something that was taken more seriously, and now we are saying to ourselves, as you are planning for all this project, putting in place these the plans that you have, you need also an important component is how do you close the project? And at times you would just say, fine, it will end, and you never look at the specifics like the contracts, the administrative bit, the finances and everything. But now with this kind of learning we have had, certainly our management skills have been polished. Now, this course could not have been possible if we just wanted to come and no one was behind this. Like I said, fine, I thank you so much. You, the facilitators, for assisting us and facilitating the course. You did a tremendous piece of work for the whole week, talking, running there and about, and energetic. You never looked, the way you were acting. You acted younger. And then I also would like to thank the Project Management Institute and the Education Foundation really for having supported us to pass through this kind of course, giving the resources. It's expensive, we understand, but really with their support, we hope that this piece of work that they've done to us will indeed enable us to be better managers, project managers, and indeed that the projects we are managing will really improve the lives of the vulnerable people we are serving. I thank you so much, Eric.